pole. Coming up with a pole. I got a poll started. Do you support the MAGA movement? Yes, not anymore, but never. What y'all think about Donald Trump first 7 months in office, first 6 months in office? Good, bad, better than expected? Have your life changed since he been in office? Do you think Kamala would have done a better job? You know what y'all think? Just out here getting the workout in. Do you think Trump was on that list? You think he was on the Jeff Epstein list, client list? You think Donald Trump was sleeping with underage girls? What y'all think? I think he on the list. I think he all over the paperwork. I don't think he probably wasn't the number one client, but I guarantee you a lot of the people that all the dirty money in politics people all over that. They're trying to say that Chris Tucker, I guess back when he was making all that money in rush hour back in them days, say Chris Tucker, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, and some Prince Andrews, I think, and I'm sure there's hundreds of more men or women or whatever went down into the island. I'm assuming they had part of it. Probably used to fly girls all over, but I'm sure the government knew about it, some form of fashion. They seem to know everything, but there's so much dirty money in politics and in the government that a lot of stuff will get the blind eye. So, well, I think Trump name on the list. Yep. Do I think he know about the others? Yep. Because he always hesitate to give a definite answer when it comes to that. Like he want us to stop talking about it. But when your past starting to come back and haunt you, people starting to dig into your past, which we already knew you were cricket. Why we didn't vote for you. Nobody in my family, immediate family anyway, voted for you. For him. Never will. Because we know what type of games we play, we know what kind of person he is. And we know what kind of people that support him. So we never supported Donald Trump. I hope he get all what he deserves. But I didn't see what make any sense of the vote. You vote a president, you vote him in, and then you vote him out. And then you vote him back in. I mean, ain't gonna be disgruntled. And then you vote him. Now he don't got nothing to. Like he don't got no incentive because he can't do a third term. So he don't have no incentives to do a good job. Like, the only thing he trying to do is get money, keep money. He don't care if he do a good job personally or not. So he ain't got nothing to campaign for. Like he ain't got nothing, he don't owe nobody nothing. Pay off his little debts or whatever he owe people. But he don't owe the American people nothing. He ain't gonna got to do nothing by what you think. You can't run no more. So, if he didn't do right the first time, what you make you think you're gonna do right this time? So let me know what y'all think. Cause there ain't no way, if I'm on the list, if I'm not on the list, I'm finna release it. To prove that I'm not on the list. I'm not gonna not release it. I have people thinking I'm on. If I don't got nothing in myself, my phone, and my wife want to see my phone, I'm gonna give her my phone. I'm not gonna hide it or not give it to her unless I have something in it that I want her to see. So, there's some stuff on that list of some clients' names and mention that he don't want the word to know. And I'm sure the word already, people already contacted him. So him to make sure they don't get released. But I'm sure they got videos and pictures probably of him that'll get released if he released the list. I'm sure a lot of backlash will come from that. So, as a country, I would, I would prefer this to get behind us so he can focus on stuff he's supposed to be focusing on. But this stuff needs to be addressed. And if he's guilty of it, he needs to go to jail, prison. I'll check out the poll and vote. Just want to get some feedback. I need a MAGA supporter to step in and speak. Give us your opinion on the situation. I think Trump's on the list. So why not release it? And I think other Republicans know that too. Why they trying to block it? But if you support that, then it's on y'all. But we knew what the type of person he was from the beginning. You can just Google, go on the internet, you see all kind of stuff he done. It's just ridiculous at this point. People trying to blind eye to it because they think that he gonna get them some money, but he ain't gonna get money for people that are already rich. He don't care nothing about the middle class or the poor or the uneducated. He just throw out hate and racism and the white supremacy talk to get some of the poor and educated people, poor and uneducated people riled up to get out and be their speaking point and watch Fox News and have some talking points. Like he said, it's Epstein host. Epstein stuff was made up. It's a host. He's just giving some talking points to the Republicans. And they want us just to move on from it, but we just need to keep talking about it. And I still don't think he won. I think they cheated. And I think Kamala actually won. But in her respect for the Constitution, she didn't fight it. She let the results be the results. Not once did she say it was stolen or rigged. So you got to respect it. But yeah, I mean, if you support Donald Trump or used to support him, and I mean, I get it. The economy wasn't great under Biden, but we had the opportunity to get somebody else besides Biden, somebody younger. So, somebody that with some experience. But we decided to vote Donald Trump in again, and we got what we got. And the people that voted for him, the uneducated, I'm not saying they're not educated, but you know, the older people that's probably not subject to change, not really like change. Like people in Mississippi do not like change. They vote Republican their whole life. I think that's gonna make them some sort of, I don't know. It's kind of what they've been taught. A lot of people in Mississippi have been taught to just vote Republican straight down because it's like a Christian thing. Christian people vote for Republicans. You know how many times I heard people say that, like if you're a Christian, you're gonna vote Republican. You know, nothing about Donald Trump promotes Christianity. But he know that under the Republican Party has some of the most trying to find a nice word to say, but they got a lot of people that are blinded, and they don't think critically. They don't think outside the box. They think inside the box, and they kind of rely on repetitiveness, religion for their information. They don't go outside the box and think. They just what they keep hearing is what's true. So if you got a news outlet or a radio outlet that is constantly spewing out the same type of rhetoric, you start to believe it. And then we know Republicans got a tie with racism. So if you're a racist, you automatically gonna pick Republicans. So you got your racists, and you got your people that don't think outside the box. They just kind of go with what they've been raised on. And if you're raised in the South, with Jim Crow, you're gonna be raised to think whites are a superior race. So if you think the whites are the superior race, you don't want to hear nothing about something about equals, like immigrants, like a world that's like a melting pot and everybody getting a piece of the share. If you Republicans think like make the top strong and everybody else kind of fit in where they're supposed to. So a Republican would much rather for a person to starve than for one person to eat without earning it. So you would much rather for the top people to hold the money because, quote unquote, they are the ones that's the most responsible and know how to handle the money, like know how to manage the money the best. Like they would much rather give $1 million to a rich person or wealthier person opposed to giving it to the lower class. I feel like the lower class is not gonna know what to do with it. I'm not gonna manage it correctly. So you'd rather give money to the businesses and corporate and expect them to manage it. So basically, you want your elite, you got to have the top like a mushroom, and then everything else kind of sprinkled down. And basically, you don't mind people getting left behind, but not everybody at the bottom is there because of their own will, not because they're lazy. Homeless people, because you're homeless don't necessarily mean you lazy. You know, everybody go through stuff. You could come from a family that wasn't well off, and you came across hard times. It's easier for you to be homeless than if you come from a rich family and you fall on hard times. You just go to the basement. And the Democrats want everybody to eat. Like, to me, there's no reason the world should have billionaires. Like, it's no reason that, not saying that people don't work hard or don't deserve it, but you can live a great quality of life with 500 million. Like, what are you people doing with $100 billion? I mean, and you got people starving. You got people working minimum wage, like jobs, like full-time jobs just to survive. And then you got billionaires with can't even spend it all if they try. That's the main thing. We got a lot of greedy people in the world. And the Republican Party, it's in my opinion, promote that. And the Democrat Party promote taxing the rich and give some of the other people opportunities. Not just not just tax the rich and just give people money. We need to have a balance to where we can tax the rich, but people still need to earn this money. They don't need to be giving it to them. So we need a good balance of, really, we need like a balance of Republicans and Democrats. But we need either the Republicans to start working for the working class people, or with the Democrats to step it up and cut out all the handouts and make people earn their way. What do y'all think? Yeah, in the South, and just from my experience, a lot of Republicans thinking people, not all, but a lot of it is tied to the old way, the Jim Crow way, where whites and blacks separate but equal, but they never looked at blacks as being equal, almost like they was in the way. Or if they couldn't use you, then you was in the way. If you couldn't come clean the house, cook the food, wash the dishes, watch the kids, you not good for a quality of life that I obtain. So like back in my hometown, my grandma used to work for a doctor. Used to come over, cook food, clean, wash clothes, iron clothes, clean toilet for this man. And to my grandma, that was normal. But to us growing up, you know, when we were real small, we didn't know them better. But as we grew up, it's like you better than this. Like, you can have your own business and get paid a livable wage. Like she get paid like $20 a day. Like it was enough money for her to survive, or for us to survive, or whatever, but not enough money to get something better or build something. That's the thing. People will pay you enough money to where you can make it to the next week, but you can't make enough money to build your own situation. You can't make enough money to have collateral for a loan. So it's kind of like they keep you above water just enough to survive, but not enough for you to learn how to basically it's like swim on your own. They just give you enough to keep you from drowning, just enough to make it back. That's how they did in the cotton picking days, where they paid you enough to survive, but never enough to get out and get your own. And they kill your mindset, and they keep you so busy where you can't think like, I can take my skills and I can go out and create something of my own. You're so tired and wired and busy. But that's what the devil do. The devil keep you busy, so you can't think for yourself and do for yourself. You just utilizing your body until they burn you out, and then they move on to the next one. So my advice is for y'all to slow down, work a job, slow down. If you're living check to check, you need to reevaluate your expenses. Everything that's not necessary for you all to live, you need to get rid of it. Paying for Netflix, cut it off. Paying for cable, cut it off. Paying for any type of subscription, cut it off. You got to get smarter. You just can't be out here working at these fast food restaurants and working yourself to death, thinking like, I'm getting overtime. You're working yourself to death. If you're working 2 jobs, physical job, it's taking up all your time, then you need to be saving from one of the jobs. One of the jobs should be strictly savings or investment. You don't need to be having a lifestyle where it requires you to have 2 jobs. And if you got one job that don't pay enough and you get a second job, understand it. Plus if you got kids. But you got to get to a point to where you can survive off one job. If you can't save nothing, then pick up a second job. But make sure that that second job is completely savings and not mess around money, not shoe money, not playing money. So then when you work 2 jobs, when you work multiple jobs and got multiple things going on, you're taking away from your family. And that's even worse. So make sure that y'all understand that because ain't nothing more important than your family. So, and like I said, if you're working 2 jobs, make sure you have a plan. Don't let 2 jobs be shoe money. Your second job be money you buy shoes with or clothes, or let it be something in a separate account, something that you can easily convert over to the next, like having 2 separate bank accounts. Like have one in Bank of America, have one in Chase. something that don't have both of them in Bank of America, so it's easy for you to transfer your money from your second job to your main account. You put your second job money in a separate account in a different institution. You put your main job money into your main account where your bills come out of. So, because you're at the mall and you want something, and you're working the second job, and the second job not only taking away from your time, your sleep, but taking away from your family, you don't need to be getting shoes with that money. That money got to be for your emergency fund, savings for a house, a car, kids, insurance, or whatever. It don't need to be for shoes. You can't get shoes through your main job, then you got to wait. You always can get shoes from a bargain store because that stuff don't matter. All that materialistic stuff really don't matter. You got to get back humble. Because all the people that you're trying to impress, whether it's your co-workers, your friends, or your so-called friends, none of them people gonna be there when something happens to you. Everybody that you try to impress or go all out the way for, the same ones that not gonna show up at your funeral and not gonna show up if you get sick or your kid gets sick. They're not gonna be the one donating to your GoFundMe or whatever. They're gonna be the ones still talking about you. So I don't give no energy to anybody that got something negative. I got love for people that show constructive criticism, but people that just don't got nothing good to say, always negative. I don't care what they say or do. As long as you don't put your hands on my family, we good. You can say whatever you want to say. It don't bother me. So, but yeah, this whole MAGA stuff and Donald Trump stuff, I mean, all I can say is save your money. If you have to wear a t-shirt and if you have to wear just what you got, because everybody got a bunch of clothes, just don't wear it. So if you have to not buy a bunch of stuff and save, you need to save. You need to have about what you're making 6 months, you can have that in the save. Because he's trying to get us to the war. And last time he was here, we had COVID. And this time now he's trying to send us to war or put us in a war. He's trying to dismantle the Department of Education. I mean, he's trying to cut federal funds to all the different places. You know, you just. So, my advice to everybody is just to save money, learn how to do stuff on your own. You can grow food, spend as much time with your family. You know, you got PTO, you need to use it. Stop saving it. Just use it up. You know, especially if you got a medical and PTO. Like I got medical and PTO, so if some medical emergency happen, I got medical time that I can use, but use that PTO up. And focus on what's important. That's family, it's God, family, and yourself. So make sure y'all get out here and exercise too. You ain't got to be trying to have a weight goal. You just, trying to stay healthy stay at them hospitals, stay off that medicine. So get out here and work out, exercise, get sleep. You know, spend time with your family. You're gonna be all right. Drink your water. You're gonna be good. Appreciate y'all's support. We just out here working, trying to spread some positivity out here. But it's like it. So far, nobody supporting MAGA, which sounds good to me. I really hope people wake up, especially in Mississippi. We always vote Republican, always. And I get it. A lot of old people don't like change. And they don't heard so much about, it's like a cultural thing. Like if you're Republican, it's like a part of the in crowd, like part of the elites. If you vote Democrats, then you kind of outsider. That's how they feel in Mississippi. You're outsider. You're gay. You're black, or you're for the blacks, or you're for women, or you anti. You don't believe in God, but that's not true, because about 90% of blacks are Democrat, and we believe in God. We believe in, giving everybody a fair shot. So you kill the notion on that Democrats don't believe in God, because Democrats do believe in God. But we don't believe in racism. And it seems like the Republican Party is attaching themselves to racism. Republicans keep this up. I think J.D. Vance trying to disassociate himself with Trump, because he's not really saying much. But they're going to change probably when it's time for him to be elected. Or if he runs, I don't know what's going to happen when it's time for Donald Trump to leave office. He may not want to leave. But we still got to come up and find out, to figure out who gonna run for 2028. Is it gonna be Gavin Newsom from California? Is it gonna be Kamala? Is she gonna run again? Maybe she don't want the stress. I don't think Gavin Newsom will win, because even though California makes billions and billions of dollars for the GOP, I think it'll just be hard for him to win a lot of the southern states. Just our reputation alone for California, like a person that studies politics and finance, they'll probably say, yeah, they'll be a great person for the United States, because California is the biggest state. I think it is, or Texas. I think California is big. But somebody that can run California as a government should have opportunity, but it's not gonna fly well over the southern states, and you need those southern states. I don't think a gay male at this point where we are can win either. I think Shapiro, what's his name? Joshua Shapiro. I think he's gay. I don't think we ready for that. What's his name? Somebody tell me his name. Joshua? Let me see. Democrat. Oh, my bad. Let's see if I can find his name. I don't see his name on here, but I'll come back to it. Oh yeah, Josh Shapiro, the government of Pennsylvania. I don't think he gay. So he should run. What y'all think about him? Okay. He said, I don't care whether they're gay or straight, just don't start placing gay things in schools and public areas, history classes. Then you talk about the Bible, so let's talk there. Okay, I understand that. That make a lot of sense. It make a lot of sense. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel so we can have these conversations. But I agree. I got a son, 7 years old, 6 years old, and a daughter, just one. And I'm not against gay, but like I said, you don't want people to just put stuff into the school, because that's where it starts. You get introduced to stuff. At school, you learn a lot of slang, kids learn a lot about themselves in the school, but we don't need to be, we got to separate those type of elements and focus on, we need to take even politics out of the school and just focus on educating our kids and letting them decide, when they get older, they can decide how they want to live, but we don't need to be putting stuff into the classrooms. So I agree with you. But yeah, I don't know much about Josh. It's his picture. I think that should have been Kamala's running mate, VP. I don't know why he didn't get chosen. Everybody thought he was gonna get chosen. But I don't know if he had something about his history that we don't know about. But I think Tim Walz actually hurt her a little bit. He started out real good, but then he just fell off. So I think people weren't feeling Tim Walz too much. But I just think Donald Trump old. Like, you gotta get some young people in here. He old. He don't want to do the job. Like, I don't blame you. 80-something years old. You should be chilling. Should be relaxing, enjoying life, playing golf. I mean, running the country is a 24/7 job, and it's hard for a man that old to be running our country. I mean, we're gonna run the rain in the ground, to be honest. So Kamala was born in '64. So 50 something. Kamala would have been perfect. Because, I mean, you ain't got to be the smartest person in the world to be the president because you got so much support. You got so many people doing so much. You just got to kind of manage it. Like, it ain't your job, you know, it's your job to make great decisions, but you ain't doing this all on your own. You got so many different hands and so many different things, you know. I think she would have done a good job. But yeah, Pete Buttigieg, I think he's gay. That's the gay guy. I think, I don't know, they don't say, but whether he's gay or not, I think he'll feel good. I know that he's smart. So I would vote for him. Democrats gonna have to just step up. I mean, I like AOC, but she needs to go to be a senator first, and then try to, you know, go from there. She's gonna have to take one of them Senate jobs, and then try to. So right now they're saying that two Democrats tie as front runners if Kamala passes on the 2028 run. So right now, according to the polls, Kamala Harris is in the lead. So right now, Kamala is 26% support. Gavin Newsom and Pete Buttigieg got 12%. AOC got 9%. Tim Walz and Josh Shapiro got 8%. 10 Walz 8%, Josh 7%. And 5, not no other candidate cracked 5% support. We need to get on it. We need a good Christian. We need someone that's just middle of the road, pretty much. We don't need no far left. We don't need a far right candidate. We need somebody that's gonna work for both sides. And the kind of guy like we don't need the extremists on either side. We just need somebody that's kind of down the road, like Joe Biden, somewhat in the middle. To me, Kamala was definitely in the middle. Kamala was willing to put Republicans in her cabinet. Like she campaigned with Republicans. Like, can't believe that we didn't get her in office. Like, perfect candidate. Perfect candidate. I think what hurt her, she couldn't throw Joe Biden under the bus, but a lot of stuff we didn't agree with. I think the fact that she was Joe Biden vice president hurt her because people was associating things Joe Biden did with her, when a lot of times the VP kind of stays out the way. They don't have much say. So I really hope she takes the bid in 2028. I will be giving my full support to her. And I wish you all would do the same. But another thought I had today was, what if the Democrats had their version of a Donald Trump? What I mean by that is somebody that's not in politics to come in and quote unquote kind of clean some stuff up, take the government down or whatever they want to call it. But it has to be somebody that's already established, like Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if he can get the support. I mean, he's known. Everybody knows who he is. He's smart. I think he should actually run just to see where we are as a country and how we would vote. But I think a Dallas Maverick owner, Mark Cuban, would be the perfect candidate. He should even run as an independent. He got the money, he got the name. I mean, he's smart, he know politics, he know economics. I think Mark Cuban would be I don't know a lot about his background. I think Mark Cuban would be the perfect candidate. He seems to be kind of middle of the road, and he's smart, and he seems like he can make decisions that benefit, that make sense. You know, not everybody's gonna be like it, and not everybody's gonna be. You can't make everybody happy, but he can do stuff that makes sense. And he got his own money, so he's not taking dirty money. You know, he got his own money, so if I had to shoot for anybody, I'd shoot for Mark Cuban, or outsider to come in, or Stephen A. Smith. But yeah. But it all starts with us going to our local to the polls and voting on the local candidates. I mean, I understand, you know, if you voted one way your whole life, I understand you're not going to be one to change because it may be benefit for you. But you got to wake up and you go for both sides. Wake up and start doing research on these people. Because they know they got automatic got your vote. They're not gonna want to do nothing. Why I'm gonna get out here and work and I automatically got your vote? I automatically know that you're not gonna vote for the other side no matter what. So why I'm gonna get out here? What I got to do? Just show up. If I'm in a red county and I'm Republican, and I know I'm gonna win, I ain't got to show up for y'all. Just get on there and do the bare minimum. Cause you're gonna vote for me anyway. And then people wonder why they can't get ahead. I better get out of this this phase to where you just let people use you. You know, stand up for yourself. let people take advantage of it. Make them earn your vote. If they're not coming by your house, don't go up there and vote for them. If a candidate, my rule is, if a candidate go do door to door and knock on my door, regardless of what their affiliation is, I'm gonna take high consideration of that person that walked and did door to door, opposed to a person just sticking a sign up and I'm supposed to vote for them because of their political affiliation. I'm gonna vote probably to the candidate that walked door to door, and not just the day before. I'm talking about way early. Come knock door to door. Not your representative, but you, the person running, you come knock door to door, and you're willing to have a conversation. And I'm probably gonna vote for you. But if you just sticking signs and putting stuff on Facebook and putting signs up and nobody never see you, never do any kind of door to door or questionnaire or live or nothing like that, I might skip your name. But yeah, don't be blind and think, like I had a lady at work say she voted for Donald Trump because she a Christian. That's how blind people are. To think that, oh, if you're a Christian, you're supposed to vote for a Republican. So I guess 9% of black people are non-Christian. Because 9% of black people vote Democrat. Especially black women. You know, black women go to church. They believe in God. Black men too. But black women definitely in the church with the kids every Sunday, praying every night. So you can stop the notion of, I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to vote Republican. No. It's just that people try to use religion to convince people to vote Republican. But they only weaponizing religion to get you to vote for this, and they try to demonize the Democrats. But yeah, I'm not telling you who to vote for, but you need to look into that. Don't think that just because you're Christian that you got to vote Republican. Ideally, you should vote for both sides based on what they represent. But our party's so ganged up to where you don't know who, what. It's like if Donald Trump say something, all Republicans gonna fall in line. If Democrats do something, they all gonna fall in line. So it's like you really don't know what they really believe in. But you just got to do your research. You can find out what kind of person they are. You just follow your heart, vote with your heart. If you want to make the world a better place for your kids, you know, vote, do your research. Don't just vote party line. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all stepping in and talking with me, conversing back and forth. Please hit the like button. If you're on the live, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm taking time out to do this live stream, trying to get engagement. We put out videos every day. Just want to do something positive. So y'all share the videos, recommend me to others. Go back and watch some older videos. Thank y'all for the support. Much love.